representing the one and only Mr. TMI. Now check it. He's Mr. TMI, known as the Bain, man, aka homie the black sheep. He got the news, the stories, the topics, and so many things that you won't believe. Dropping these jewels and knowledge and giving advice and perspective on everything. He got them hard discussions, rotor-driven buzz, and tune in to miss anything. Bringing the best, a variety of different guests. Keeping it real and less as they dress to impress. Every day chasing the check. Follow, subscribe, and request. It's time to decompress. Get everything off his chest. Taking you guys on the quest. Into the mind of the podcast champion, and then telling y'all what he suggests. New season looking brighter. Another level, take it higher. With all this info he acquired, giving whole stories the entire. Only here to inspire. Feel it, he on fire. Now hope that I got your attention. The champ in the building, y'all watching Mr. TMI.
It's that time again, y'all. Yeah. TMI News, hosted by Mr. TMI. We got MsVette. And we got the authentic ear herself, LaKenya Brooks. What's going on, y'all?
Hey, how you doing?
What's going on, everybody?
Don't be saying my government name up here, man.
Oh shit, is that the real? Is that the real?
Happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday.
Wait a minute. Wait. Okay, let me be fair, right? Let me be fair. We got Tate Richard and we got Alicia White.
Wrong.
Alicia White.
All right.
And we got LaKenya Brooks. Since we doing government, so if any one of you bastards want to steal
We're not doing
identity, you don't want to steal mine because it ain't. He don't own a damn thing. So, how y'all week been going, MsVette? How your week been going?
It's actually been pretty good because my birthday was Monday.
Yes.
I'm 51 years. Fabulous. And I didn't work much this week. I worked 3 days this week. So it's been amazing to actually get some sleep one of those days. So yeah, it's been a fabulous week. It's been cool. I haven't cried much this week, so we're good.
That is awesome. Happy birthday again to you.
Well, thank you.
You're just sparkling for 51.
Yes. Listen, couldn't wait for 51. So yeah, I'm excited.
I just want to look like that in 3 years.
You want some of these in 3?
I don't think you want none of those.
Wait, but look, hold on real quick. I don't know. As I get older, Kavon, never mind. She might get a little irritated with my hands. So I'm like, shit, I got my own. I got my own. I ain't funny out there, dudes. But shit, we get tired of asking.
You can play with your own.
You ever had somebody roll over on your damn hand? Shit. Oh, my fault. Kenya, how was your week?
My week was good. Happy birthday, MsVette.
Thank you, baby.
I had posted something the other day because these young girls, they be calling us old and stuff, but they want to look like us when they get there. So when I get your age, I still want to look good where people can be like, how old are you again? So
and I can get your boyfriend. How about that?
Look, I don't even play with little boys, but
I don't, but I can get him if I wanted him.
My week was, pretty good, pretty relaxed, pretty chill. I ain't do too much of nothing, just nothing really. I ain't even got nothing exciting. I almost went to the circus with a clown. You know what I'm saying? He got on my nerves. I almost went to the circus with him, but I ain't getting in the clown car this time.
God.
I didn't do it.
So I'm gonna tell you what, we gonna go ahead and get right at it, man, because this topic here has generated quite a stir. So therefore, we gonna jump on into it, man. This week we gonna talk about the topic: do you feel mothers are held equally accountable as fathers for their shortcomings with their children? That is the long version of the topic. The short version of the topic is a mother's love, the love for a mother unconditional? And the reason why, let me tell y'all the reason why I brought that topic up. First of all, shout out to my mama, who is definitely my girl. We are close. We are all that. I feel like she is truly the only one No, I ain't gonna say that. She ain't the only one to understand me, but she is the first one to understand who I was and who I am. And I get on here. Let me tell you something. I get on here and I be cussing and acting a fool and carrying on. And my mama don't say a word, and she watch every show. Every show. So all the monkeys, all of
Look
Mr.
at that.
Villages.
It look like she about to crawl up under a rock.
Oh Lord.
Oh yeah, she done heard all your stuff. Now, in saying that, man, I just appreciate how cool she is to see. My mama is truly the parent that understood I got a parent in phases. And
Right.
she understands that at the end of the day, I'm her son, but I'm also a grown now, a old man.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna express myself like she do. But it's been people in my life, man, that I've seen that have, I'm gonna take it from this standpoint. They have taken care of other folks' kids, right?
Right.
Other folks have literally turned their kids over to whoever will take them or the government.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen people take on these kids, whether they adopt them or whatever, only for those kids to get older, kick them damn people to the curb, and go find that little mama that threw you in the garbage and hold her up,
Garbage.
hold her up like she is a queen. And it ran by me. I'm like, you don't really see, there are some occasions, but you don't really see that happening with dads. Like, daddy's always got to win back the love. Mama never lose it, in my opinion. What is your thought about that? We're gonna start with MsVette. What's your opinion about
I was a little hesitant about this topic because it
that? That's right.
like super hits home for me.
Mm.
Um, I was abused as a child severely
Oh wow.
by my mother. So bad to where CPS was called back in the 70s. Well,
Wow.
nobody calling CPS on black folks in the 70s. But the next door neighbor told her she was tired of hearing me scream. Next door, my teacher, my white uncle, he wasn't playing that.
We all know.
All my black aunts and uncles knew I was being abused, and all they would do is hide the belts when they came. Or
Right.
I remember my one uncle, we had a hole in the wall. He threw the belt in that hole, her favorite leather belt that she would beat the hell out of us with. He put it in that hole so she couldn't get it.
Right.
But nobody. And then I had an aunt. She was like my grandmother, like because I couldn't stand my grandmother. She was like my real grandmother. So all these people knew that this was going on, and it took outside people to call. And CPS came out, and all they told her back then was stop whooping her.
Mm.
So for 2 weeks of my life, I didn't get a whooping for 2 weeks. But one day I broke a glass, and she said, "I don't give a damn what they say. They can come get y'all's ass, but I'm gonna beat the shit out of you today," and beat the blood out of me because I broke a glass. And so, uh, long story short, this went on until I was 17. That was the last time she beat me, 17. And she's standing and she beat me, beat me, beat me. And I'm just looking at her. I ain't moved. I'm just looking at her. And she ran up on me with her fist balled up and said, "Bitch, you want to fight me?" And I was like, "No, ma'am." And I just stood there and took it. But I'm like, "You can't hurt me anymore." She told me she started beating me when I was 3 weeks old. She hit me the first time when I was 3 weeks old. And because I was stuck in my fist and she couldn't sleep. And I was like, "You didn't know I was practicing to be the best sucker." No, I'm just kidding. But anyway,
Didn't I tell you my mama watched this video?
I was talking about lollipops.
I'm just
I was a kid.
I ain't know no better. I ain't know no better.
oh man.
So anyway, long story short, when I got older, uh, she was dying from cancer. And I asked her, "Why did you treat me different from your other 4 kids? You had 5 kids." I was next to her. "Why did you not like me? I felt like you hated me." She said, "I treated y'all the same. Y'all just had just different personalities." And but I'm like, "Damn, what did you think I was? A prisoner? You beat the hell out of me like I stole something from you." She passed away. And until to this day, people ask me, why do you care? My family asked me, why do you care that she died? Like, why am I not happy that she's dead? And even going through therapy, all I can say is she's my mom.
Right.
But
Right.
my dad wasn't there. He was absent. I went to him, went off on him, and blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? But with her, I just accepted it because that's all I knew. And she was mom. I work in the medical field. I'm going to let you get your opinion, but
Oh, go ahead.
I work in the medical field and I worked at Cook Children's Hospital for 2 years. And I would see children, they're being abused. Mom broke the arm. Mom burnt that child. Mom did it. But when they come to take that child, you know who that child is asking for? Mom.
Mama.
Mom. Not dad. Dad ain't did nothing, probably absent. But they always ask for mom. So I was that child. If CPS had said, we're gonna remove you out of here, I probably wouldn't want to go because that's all I knew was the abuse.
Right. Man, I'm gonna tell you like this, and I'm gonna pass it right on to Kenya. But for everybody who wondering how the hell this topic came up, I brought it up, because it's some people that be, want to analyze the topic, and who are you to talk about that? I brought it up. You're damn right. However,
Right.
I had no idea about that with my co-host MsVette, but that tells you it exists. So I'm gonna pass it to Kenya. Kenya, what's your thought on, is a mother's love, is the love that's given to a mother truly unconditional?
I would say that it is. However, I know when you introduced the topic, you sent it to me and I messaged you offline. I was like, okay, I think I ain't gonna be playing a lot tonight. I ain't gonna and this is something people that's probably gonna watch know, but Tate, I don't think I ever talked to you about it. My sisters and know, but I wasn't raised by my mom. So a lot of times when I say my mom, I'm talking about my grandmother.
Gotcha.
So sometimes they get confused when I say, well, the relationship with my mom is right. Well, you talk about your mom. No, I'm really talking about my grandmother because we called her mom. That's, when I was born 1983. Y'all know the crack epidemic. I turned out just fine.
Yes.
It's okay. But my mom went to prison three days after I was born.
Wow.
And she was 16 years old. So I was raised primarily by my grandmother my entire life. I knew who my mom was. You know what I'm saying? I knew who she was. My grandmother, she's never it was 5 of us too, MsVette. She's never like bad mouthed her or anything like that. She always
That's good.
Respect her, that's your mother or whatever. Can a mother's love be unconditional? Yes, but to me, and I might get kicked out the family, my allegiance is to my grandmother.
Facts.
And I'm just gonna say it like that because she the one that was there with me through the hard times, through everything. My mom it's always a motive. It's nothing really genuine. It's always a motive behind whatever. And my mom is still living today. And I don't mind telling her we have a better relationship, but do we? Because you just sprayed the rumor the other day. I ain't never tell you about it because you have boundaries now. So when you set those boundaries, you don't get effective as much. However, I do think that we go more towards our mothers, regardless if our father was there or not. But with my dad, I knew my father; he was in prison too. So, but his relationship with me was different. Like he don't have no more kids. I'm a girl, so he didn't have motives and stuff when I talked to him. It wasn't always some kind of underlying stuff going on. But when you grow up with a narcissistic mother and she's still here and she plays these mind games, word games, and I have 3 sisters, and I'm not gonna be long-winded, but me and my sisters, one of them, she's still out kind of on the island a little bit. We got to wheel her back in. But we discovered that my mom would play us against each other. So we would have a relationship. But my allegiance is to my sisters because all us grew up in the house together with no lights and water.
Right.
My grandmother was there. We was all in the bed together at one time. So when it comes to mothers, do they get a pass for being breeders and then dropping your kids off? Yes, they do. And then the fathers, then we want to tell them, you didn't do this, you didn't do that. Hell, I feel like I need my back child support because my grandma was raising us. And when you did come get us, what was the motive? To get some housing, to get some food stamps? Did you really want to develop a relationship? Because she'll say stuff like this: I didn't raise my kids so I could just forget about them. I don't care. And that's really how she is. It is what it is. As I've gotten older, I learned to set boundaries or whatever the case may be. But some women don't have that motherly instinct. But when the kids are getting abused, I will say this, and I'm going to get off my soapbox. The kids want to go back over there with their mama. Because I was a volunteer counselor out in Atlanta. The kids want to be with their mama. They don't care if they up under the bridge. I want to go home. I want to go home. And if you ask them what happened, they don't never know what happened. It was somebody else or they shut down. And I guess it's more so for the children that are in the home with their mother. My situation a little different because I was raised by my grandma. So it's kind of like, damn if you do, damn if you don't. Wish you the best. I don't want anything to happen. However, when it comes towards nurturing and when you're sick and when my grandmother was the one that was there, not my mom. So that relationship is not there for me. And I don't know, MsVette, because you was in the home with your mom. I don't know if it's like a different type of relationship or what.
Well, I mean, just like I said earlier, I worked at Cook Children's for 2 years, and I know and I saw CPS come in to get these children, and they would scream bloody murder to go back with that mom that just broke their arm, that just burned them, that intentionally hurt them. I'm not talking about the moms that weren't watching little badass JoJo and he fell off the counter and broke his arm. No, I'm talking literally took that baby's arm and broke it. They still want to go with mom. If I can't say that I wouldn't have wanted to leave for me, because if my aunt wanted me, two of my aunts wanted me. My teacher even said I would take you in. So to know I had the best times of my life with my aunt. So if they had came in and said we're going to remove her and place her with family, I would have left. But to say we're going to take her and put her in foster care, no, I would have rather stayed there and be beat. Because who knows what they're going to do to you in foster care. But if they had, and this is the honest God truth, I hated my childhood. And if they had came in and said, we're going to remove her and place her with another family member, I absolutely would have left 100%. And I had given her excuses. And when I started going to therapy, that's when I stopped giving her excuses. And I had to hold her accountable. But what happens is a lot of times, and this is what I found out, she was mentally ill. Just like your mom. Your mom was mentally ill and your mom was so young. And typically that comes from some kind of past or generational thing. And so I found out too that my grandfather was abusive to my grandmother with her crazy ass. But he was abusive. Ooh, that's a whole nother subject. But he beat her so bad she lost her hearing.
Damn.
You know what I mean? So that abuse thing trickled down. My aunt was abused and treated like I was, and we talk about it now. But see, Black people, we don't want to go get help. We don't want to go talk to somebody about it. And so what happens is we pass it down again. But see, I refuse to do that to my babies. I whooped their ass one good time, and they remember it to that day. But I didn't bloody them. I didn't bruise them. They might have had some little welts on that ass from that belt. But I didn't bruise them. I didn't bloody them. I didn't hit them in the face or in the back. I whooped them on their ass. That's it. And so the problem is we have given mothers just because you were able to spread your legs and push out this baby or get cut open and have this baby. We've given women a pass,
Yeah.
even when they're not there and the fathers are raising the children.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
We give these moms a pass. We don't
Yeah.
give that dad the same pass. Can you
Mm-mm.
imagine being a man and you have a daughter and you got to talk to her about her period? You know what I'm saying? We don't give men enough, pats on the back. Not that they're supposed to get it because you're a parent. That's what you do.
Right, right.
But there's a difference. Absolutely a difference. And I think we need to stop giving women an excuse and
Yeah.
hold them accountable when they are not the mother that they're supposed to be. Now, who says that the way you brought up your children is the way I should bring up mine? No, but you know what I'm talking about. Abuse,
Yeah.
Yes.
cussing these kids, and I cuss, say, sit your ass down. But when I hear people calling their kids bitches
And
and
ugly
motherfuckers,
and all this.
oh,
And
Yeah.
I hate for a black man to call his kid little nigga.
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
don't
I will correct you.
Wait, can I say something real quick regarding that? Regarding that. I hate it, and it's so simple, y'all. When they say, "Ooh, he bad." So
Oh.
let me explain the reason why I hate that. Because they tried to put that on my son at an early age. Ooh, he's
Yes.
so bad.
Yep.
But when you keep saying that, guess what? He gonna start thinking,
Yep.
He bad.
I'm supposed to be bad.
Yes.
Because that's what they're calling me.
Yeah.
They're
And so
speaking that over him.
I would check the shit out of somebody when they
Right.
said he bad.
Right.
He's not bad at
Right.
all.
Yeah.
Right.
Don't label him like that.
Yeah.
What race says that? What's the only race that says that?
Us, because I
Blacks and
I ain't
Mexicans.
never heard a white person say he's
I ain't never heard, I ain't never heard an Indian say it. I ain't never heard no Chinese people say it.
Yeah.
But black folks and Mexicans, we got it bad saying
We
our kids are
always
bad.
the name calling the mothers. We ain't gonna leave the mothers out. Little heifer, you just like your daddy.
Let me tell you what I was called growing up, and this is why in therapy, when I broke down, probably the hardest, I was called little ugly, skinny black bitch all the time, and I was always called ugly.
Yes.
Ugly. And all my other family would be like, oh, she's so cute. She's such a pretty girl. Everybody around me would say I was pretty. But all I remember is my mom calling me ugly. So even now, I have an issue when somebody says you're pretty or you're gorgeous. I have walked off and cried at times because in my mind, mentally, I don't like looking in the mirror. If I'm doing my eyes, I'm from here up. I don't care about seeing my whole face. I don't like walking past the mirror because all I remember is you're ugly. And I tell my other sisters all the time, y'all so pretty, because they are to me so pretty. And people look at me like, you look better than them. But it's an issue that I have. We have to be careful about what we are speaking over our children. And those words that you speak, stick with those babies.
Yeah.
Black people are the only ones who do it. And you know what it is? It's a slave mentality.
Yeah.
Right.
Because see, we were called names.
Constant beat down.
And ugly.
And I'm gonna say this real quick, and this ain't got nothing to do with the mothers, but let me tell y'all something. I told y'all about dad's side of the family. I was called Black Ugly Monkey. Everybody on that side was light skinned, and for the most part, and it was the mama's baby, papa's maybe attitude. Right. So if you was mama's baby and you was dark skinned, you good because you mama's baby. Right. But if you daddy's baby and you dark skinned and everybody over there light, including my daddy, then I'm possibly not my daddy.
Right.
Right. So in saying that, when you get beat down, being called out your name, it's something about you deep inside. Now, I'm gonna tell you this real quick. It's an aunt out there who, but the aunt continue all these goddamn pictures I got out here, right, y'all? And the only picture that they can find to post of me is a family picture with all us there. And I decided on this picture to make a funny face.
Oh.
And it looked ugly than a motherfucker, right? So now Every time you post a picture with me in it, and there's never any other picture that you post with me in it except for this little ugly picture.
Right.
Now, this is the challenge that I want to give you. Let's post today's pictures. Post your shit today, and I'm gonna post mine. And see what the difference is. Let's see what the difference is then. But I ain't gonna get into that. I want to get back on this unconditional love. I've seen in my family mothers that do end up keeping the kid abuse the shit out of kids. I'm gonna tell y'all one story, man. My little cousin messed around, did some kid stuff.
Right.
And my big cousin, his mama, put his head between her legs and slapped him at least 15 times as hard as she could. Then when he fell to the floor, she stomped him in his stomach so bad that he whistled.
Yeah.
And I know it's funny, but it ain't funny. Like, you know how somebody stomped that last breath? That last and it's a kid though, yo.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And it was always these mothers out here who are not held accountable. You're abusing these kids because your man didn't come over today. You abusing these kids because your date didn't come through. You didn't go out like you wanted to go out. Or you can't go out because you can't get a babysitter, so you want to take your day out on the kids.
Yeah.
But they breeders. They ultimately don't they just fucking and getting pregnant.
Right. And ultimately, Kenya, to get these kids taken from you or abandon them. Because I was also in a situation where I saw a family member. I'm trying not to reveal y'all dirty asses, but I saw a family member unload all their kids out the car. Yes, the car, MsVette, Chicago. And leave. Had the kids ring the doorbell, knowing that somebody in that house would have answered the door, and they just pulled off, and you never heard from them again.
But you know what? A lot of mothers are doing that right now. I ain't gonna hear nobody dirty laundry out. But these girls, they out there thotting and popping, pussy popping everywhere where somebody else is taking care of their kids. But they gonna post their kids on the birthday. Oh, look at my child, but you're not doing nothing to pour back into their child. And I believe, yes, it stems from mental health and things that happen to you in your past. But when we gonna wake up? There's so much stuff on the internet right now. You stay on social media anyway. You ain't see that little motivational speech that TD Jakes put out there. That didn't register with you that, hey, I might need to get some help. So yes, we do go through what I went through as a child. I said that I wasn't gonna. I guess I had an all right life. I don't know. Your mama wasn't there, so was it really all right? But I had an okay, you know what I'm saying, life growing up. But I wanted my kids to have, you know, more and get more attention than I did as a child. Like it was important for me to go to their games and go and support them at school and all that. That's what was important to me. But right now, you still got mothers just doing the same thing. I ain't gonna call y'all out today. So while y'all looking at this, don't get in my inbox because I will expose y'all. Like for real. But that's just how it is. But I don't think mothers are held accountable. Like they not held to the same standard as the deadbeat men that are not there. And then if the man is keeping the child, they're saying that's what he's supposed to do. That's what he's supposed to. What do they have to do with anything about her abandoning her kid? But these are breeders, because you know what dogs are. We go and get another dog and we tell them to come over here and mate with this dog so we could just have a litter of kids. And where do litter of kids be at? Sold off.
Sell the puppies.
Yeah.
And these bastards ain't even got sense enough to breed right. They just breeding mutts.
Right.
But that's a different topic.
Well, here's the thing, and in talking about mental health, because y'all know my ass is certified. And I hate to use the term, it's easier said than done, but when people are mentally ill, they think what they do is normal.
Yeah.
So they don't
My mom
know
thinks she's
I
normal.
need to go get help. They think that this shit is normal, especially if that's the way that they were raised, because that's all they know
Yeah.
until they get like I did, because I didn't want my children to feel what I felt. So I knew I needed to go get some help. And
Right.
it took a while. But when I went and he told me, your ass is crazy, mentally ill. But he said it's probably stems from your childhood. And the deeper he dug, and the more I let things out, I'm like, damn, you something really is wrong with you. I've been going through life thinking that this is normal. This is normal behavior to snap on people and want to kill people and, threatening to stabbing people and all that crazy shit. I thought that that was okay. It's normal. So we talk about when you were saying that about social media, Kenya. Here's my thing. I think social media makes it worse sometimes.
Absolutely.
I
It's a
think
lot of
social
stuff on
media
there
makes it worse. They
because
don't have the common sense to not shake their ass in front of a camera. So how are they gonna have enough sense to say, I want to go see a therapist? Because they probably weren't taught that. Their moms, like yours, like you said, was 16. Our generation, I had a daycare at my high school.
hmm
Everybody, one girl from my high school had 6 kids before we graduated, and that is no lie.
Dog.
Before she started in middle school.
Oh my
You
God.
see what I'm saying? It ended up with 11, I think, in the end. But when it's a that's all you know, and that's the environment you're in.
Yeah.
See, we think it cute. We think it's cute, and we've made it cute for mothers with children to be on here twerking for likes.
With the
I
kid
don't
coming
think
across the
it's cute.
camera.
Look,
Right.
I don't think it's cute because my son
Oh,
was
I
17.
know we don't, but you know what I'm
Look,
saying in
look, I'm
general.
telling you, he's 17 and his friends gonna be talking about, I seen your mama beat the
Right.
you got to fight over there at the school.
Right.
So
Right.
they talking your mama a hoe.
Right. And so just to really sum it up is people really and I hate to make it a race thing because it's not always a race thing because I've seen some horrible, again, working at the children's hospital, it doesn't discriminate
Yeah.
on whether they're white, black, Asian, whatever. There are some horrible, horrible moms out here. And hell, them from them other countries, they on a whole nother level from us with their abuse.
Yeah.
And so, but if we don't, if nothing is done, and then people don't usually start these fundraisers and these groups like Adam and what's that little girl Amber until something tragic happens.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But there really needs to be uh, uh, some kind of group where for moms, because a lot of times they get frustrated because they are
Overwhelmed.
overwhelmed.
Yeah.
And when they're overwhelmed and they got to pay all the bills, and like you were saying, King, we got to get food stamps and we're on housing and still trying to make it and trying to do this and you mad because the daddy's not there. I think that's why my mom was kicking my ass because my sister and I are barely a year apart. And he had another woman pregnant, had 6 kids. I told y'all my daddy was just cutting up.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think she took it out on me because she said I look like him. She would always say, you look like your ugly dad.
And that's the kid that really get it.
Yes.
The kid
Yes.
that really get it is the one that look like the daddy. But I wanna see, a lot of people think that we just talking out our ass.
No, it's
Because
from
these
experience.
see, they think that these situations don't really happen, and especially nowadays because it's like super mom nowadays, right? But I want to play a video for y'all, and then I want y'all to comment on this video once it's complete. Here we go.
What do you think you're doing?
I'm dropping them off for good. Listen, I met a younger guy, and he don't want no kids, and he don't want to listen. He don't want to deal with them, and so I'm dropping these kids off so me and him can live our life. We want to travel, we want to explore the world, and I can't do that with kids.
My God.
I can't.
I cannot believe.
It's time for me to be happy, and I just want to be happy and stress-free without these children. That's all I want.
Then you should ask me, baby.
I shouldn't have to ask. You are the grandparent.
It's respect, Angel. It's respect.
Well, I hope that you respect my decision on moving on my life with my new man and no kids.
I'm not raising your kids.
Well, I'm not either.
Well, I don't know what to tell you because I'm not doing it. I'm just letting you know right now I'm not doing it. These are your 3 kids.
I'm tired. I'm tired of being a single parent. I'm tired.
But you laid down and made the decision to have 3 kids. That is not my responsibility. And this is the last time you're going to do this. You're not doing it anymore. It's your responsibility, not mine.
Well, it was not my plan to be no single parent.
Well, it's not my plan to be a grandmother that's going to take care of somebody's 3 kids because they feel like they're not responsible anymore, that they don't want to be a mother anymore either.
Well, look, I just can't. I can't do this no more. I'm tired. I'm overwhelmed. I'm stressed. It's depressing. I can't do it.
But you're going to have
to do it.
Do you understand that you're going to have to do this?
Well, I don't want to.
Okay, but I can't. Do you understand that I'm not going to take care of your children? I'm not getting ready to raise 3 kids.
Look,
do you know how old
you never taught me how to be a mom. You didn't tell me what to do. You didn't help me. So now it's your turn. You take your grandkids so I can live my life stress-free.
Okay, but the reason that I could not teach you how to be a mother, Angel, is because I was working a full-time job.
That's not my problem.
I cannot. You cannot come over here and drop those children off and think that I'm supposed to say, yes, I'm going to do it, because I'm not. Now, look, hey.
Yeah, there's no point in you telling them to get back in the car because they're not coming with me.
I'm not.
They're not coming.
Come on.
No.
Come on here. Y'all, come on and get in this car. Hey, Angel, what is... No, this chick did.
Now, do y'all know it's some animals, matter of fact, a lot of animals that will die for their babies.
Mhm.
And the human being will freaking leave their kid and give a, and this is what I want to say. Did y'all hear her say, I need to live my life?
Mhm.
So in my opinion, it's all selfishness.
Mhm.
Complete selfishness that you don't give a damn about your kids' life because you got to live your life. Then she blamed her mom for not teaching her how to be a mom. Your mom's actions should have taught you how to be a mom. So y'all two are mothers. What are your thought about? What's y'all thought about that video?
Go ahead, Kenya. Go ahead.
Can you go ahead?
I think. Can I read one of these comments, Tate?
Go for it.
BGeezy.
Go for it.
BGeezy, Henny kid. I guess he over there drinking Hennessy. I don't think that mothers are held equally accountable. I think that the pressure is more on the men because men usually absent. The mother love is unconditional for sure. So to sum that up, like I was, looking at his comment and wanted to read it because if a man would have did that, we would have been all down his throat. Oh, you shitty. You a deadbeat father. You this, you that. At the end of the day, I have some empathy with these single mothers out here.
Right.
However, if you were a single mother on the first child and you went and got with a homosexual and you was a single mother on the second child, your elevator in your head should have went up to the top and said that I'm done. I ain't gonna do this no more. So we can't keep on making excuses for these mothers. They keep on laying down having these kids. I was married. I had 2 kids. When I was in Alaska and they told me my daycare was $1,200 for 2 kids, I knew right then and there it was over.
Boy, that'll make you get the operation.
I said I don't want any more kids because I wanted my kids to live a comfortable life. Right. I didn't want to have to be struggling all the time to take care of my kids. And I was looking forward and think about it. I wasn't raised with my mom and my dad. I was raised by my grandmother. She did what she can do. But like you said, or you look at the actions of that mother. I looked at the actions of my grandmother, how she bust her ass, how she got up. She was up for everybody and said her prayers and everything. And she gonna make something out of nothing.
Right.
Something out of nothing. She ain't asked for no handout. She ain't go to begging no nigga for nothing. And one thing I could say is when I look at having kids and people in my family, I'm talking to y'all, can't nobody in our family say they ever seen my grandma with a man in her house. Nobody. Name one where she was laid up in the bed with a man. So a lot of choices that we made are choices we made on our own. something that we wanted to do because we want to fit in, or we being a hottie potty, or whatever we doing. But that mother right there, she meant that all for a man. Just said he don't want. If you don't want to have no kids, I'm gonna wait till my kids get grown, and then if you still want me, then. But you still got kids then, because my daughter Thomason, she moving, but with Thomason, she moving up the street so she could come use my washer and dryer. So you still gonna have to parent and mother no matter how old children get. I learned something from MsVette. I learned something from Tate, because everybody say, "Oh, wait till you get this." So we're talking about experience. The experiences that you have, regardless of the age, may not be the experiences that I have, and I can learn something from you. I can learn something from you. I hate when my mom say, "Live to be my age." Man, we live two different lifestyles. So what you do and what I do is two totally different things. Two totally different things. But that mom, I don't know. I hope this wasn't no skit.
No, that didn't look like the tears in that grandmama throat. Let me know that wasn't no skit.
I hope that wasn't no skit. And no, when they say it take a village to raise the kids, that don't mean grandma and auntie and cousins babysitting your kids. That mean when I used to walk to school and they didn't see me at 3 o'clock, they was calling my grandma asking, did I go to school? Did I get picked up early? That means that Margaret could come off the front porch and beat your ass because you out here acting a fool. That didn't mean drop your kids off to get babysitted either. So stop with this to take a village to raise them. Let us raise them, because some of y'all kids bad than motherfucker. Oh, y'all don't be bad.
No, you good. You good. I'm gonna give my mama your phone number.
Some of them kids bad.
Who that girl that said motherfucker on your show?
I know. I'm gonna drink some water. I'm gonna drink some water.
Okay, so for me, in that particular video, I blame my mom.
Okay.
Why are you talking to that fucking idiot? Why are you trying to negotiate with a fucking idiot? My kids know if you're hurt or if you're going, and you need me to take them. This is why I don't want grandkids ever. But if you're hurt, you in the hospital, I'm coming to get my babies.
That's right.
But just because you want to lay up and fuck some nigga and you don't want the kids anymore, you retarded as hell. Get the fuck from in front of my house before I drag you out this car and beat the fuck out of you. But what we're not going to do is have this stupid ass conversation, because this is stupid. And my grandkids know, don't open that door. Talking about getting out this car. She can take your ass to QT, but you ain't getting out here. QT have a drop off for kids. Take them over there. Take them to the hospital. But we're not having that type of conversation at all. You got to be a freaking moron to think I'm going to sit here and argue with you about your children. Yes, they're my babies. Yes, they're my blood. But I didn't have them. I didn't get to have fun making them, and I ain't raising no more. I raised 2. And like I tell my 2 all the time, both of y'all's ass was an accident. Shit, I was not trying to do that. But since you're here, you my responsibility. I got to take care of you. But that wasn't some shit I planned. You hear me? So don't think you're going to put 2 more on me when my ass just hit an age where I'm able to travel and do what I want to do. You think I'm about to take some kids that you enjoyed having so you can take your nappy head ass over there and have some more? Are you stupid? Girl, listen, get your ass from in front of my house. You ain't them kids. I'm going in the house and locking my door. Goodbye. And changing my phone number. Don't do that. Don't do it. She's stupid for arguing with her. Not arguing with your dumb ass.
Real quick, I love the 2 different dynamics that you and Kenya bring, because I really wasn't even thinking about I was actually feeling sorry for the grandma, and then I thought about something. You did set that tone for your daughter to be able to come to you like that. Because now that I think about it, I couldn't fathom just telling my mama, I had these babies, mom and dad. Now y'all got to take care of them. I'm gone.
You a special kind of stupid.
They would have stapled them babies to my ass. Like literally took a stapler and stapled the babies to my ass before they would have took them babies for me to say, because I want to go out here with some other women and my current girlfriend don't want no kids. So mom and dad, y'all got it. Man,
you a special kind of stupid.
And I'm going to tell you this. And my babies now are old enough to produce babies.
Right.
No damn well they better not come
Be-
trying to drop no damn babies on in their mama's porch.
Come on.
Don't even
They
come
know
on.
it already before they even. I'm gonna tell y'all this. My mama, since she watching the show, mama scared me so bad because she said, if you bring any babies in this house, I'm gonna kill you and the babies.
That's what I was told.
And so then me and Vaughn meet and we old enough and all this other stuff. And she said, okay, now I want some grandbabies. What's taking y'all so long? I said, Mama, you scared me too bad. Shoot.
Right.
Hell, I don't want to die.
Yep. Yep.
So she was like, boy, yeah, you meant it.
Mm-hmm.
My mama told me, y'all. We got on her nerves so bad one day. She said, I wish I could stick y'all back where y'all came from.
For real.
Take your hat off.
For real. My kids better not bring no kids. I feel like that I done raised y'all to the best of my ability.
Yes.
Don't drink. Let me have a little bit of time to myself, about 10, 15 years, to myself without y'all. And then I think about, I consider doing a little babysitting and stuff here.
Yeah.
You know, if you're doing something productive, but I'm not. Let me go back because I was almost caught up in the generational curse. I was almost there. But I had my daughter when I was 16.
Mm-hmm.
And number one, I had a natural because my grandma had told the folks I was delusional and I didn't need no medicine. Taught me a real good lesson.
Mm-hmm.
A real good lesson. But she wasn't doing no babysitting unless I was going to school
Or work.
Yep. She wasn't doing no babysitting. And I think about it now. I was talking to one of my friends. They complained about something. I don't know what you're talking about because I didn't do a bunch of partying with my kids. They 5 years apart. When they got old enough, I was waiting for Lariah to get big so I could go somewhere for 3 hours and she keep an eye on King. But come to find out, she was still in the car and stuff. But that's another story. I thought.
But can we think about too? Because we haven't mentioned we have, but the trauma that it caused the children,
Right.
the traumatic after effects that it causes the children. I know it personally. You know it personally. I was diagnosed with traumatic PTSD. You don't have to be in the military to have it.
Absolutely not.
And it was because things would trigger. And I thought that hitting people, stabbing people, I knew if I hit you, you would stop. And I set my life on being as strong as I could. And I've always been cockstrong, always. But I wanted to be strong. And that's why I started bodybuilding, because I wanted to make sure when I hit you, you would stop. Man, woman, child, or dog. I just knew hitting meant you'll stop. Hitting would be the end result. And that wasn't cool. I hurt a lot of people physically.
Right.
Because I was hurt physically. And until I went to therapy and realized, damn, that is a learned behavior. You traumatizing these children, whether it's you're verbally abusing them, physically, mentally, or emotionally. You hurt these children, and that is going to lead to them hurting their children.
Now, I'm real quick, MsVette. I'm gonna tell you this because you said triggers. One thing that triggered me is arguing.
Ooh.
When the voice levels go up,
yes,
I get nervous.
Yes,
I come from a family where it was arguing,
mm-hmm.
it was fighting.
Yes,
and somebody ass is in the hospital, and it went that far.
Right.
And it wasn't no. Well, they just arguing right now. We can go lay down. They cool. No,
right.
Whenever the voices. So in my house, we don't argue.
Right.
Fight, because that's my trigger. We don't argue.
Yeah, I'm not doing it.
Like adults, then because another thing is I never wanted my kid to be in another room, scared the way I was.
Right. That's it. Yes.
Another room arguing.
Yes.
That's what it's gonna lead to.
Yes.
Yeah.
And my kids would tell me when I tried to kill their dad in front of them that time, and they were in the car, and I'll never forget. I had a Phillips screwdriver because I couldn't find my gun. Thank God. I had a Phillips screwdriver, and I had him back up on the police car because all I heard was voices saying, "Stab him in his throat,"
Mm-hmm.
and I had blacked out. All I knew is I wanted to kill him, and I heard my babies crying,
Mm.
and that's what snapped me back. I heard my son crying, and I backed off of him. But in that instant, I could have took his life in front of my children.
Yeah.
And when I heard that baby cry, I was so mad at myself. I broke down crying. I was so mad at myself that I allowed this to happen, and my babies are distraught. Do you know that my daughter does not remember that? It was so traumatic. She blocked it out.
Right.
Yeah.
She doesn't remember. I haven't asked my son because I don't want to bring it back up to him. But when it goes that far, I'm like you, Tate. When I'm in a relationship, I'm not arguing. You can argue with your mammy. I'm not arguing with you. I will hang up the phone. I'll walk away. But I'm not going to argue because we don't have to.
Yeah.
We can talk to each other like adults.
Exactly.
Go cool off for a minute, and then we'll discuss it. I'm not arguing. So I love that.
And again, people say, ain't nowhere in the hell you've been with your wife that long.
Lies.
I had an argument. Let me tell
Lies.
you that due to the fact that we address those issues early.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
look, I come from a domestic violence family.
Yes.
Uncle,
Yes.
aunties, everybody fault.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you that type of woman that like to argue, fuss, and fight, you are not the woman for me.
Exactly.
Because
Exactly.
I'm not about to be in no house where shit is all up in a roar because we don't know how to control our emotions.
And communicate, right.
Sometimes when I'm mad, just leave me alone.
Right.
Then I'll be able to analyze and say, wait a minute, I shouldn't be mad at that. Or
Right.
if it's still bothering me, I can bring it to you in a decent manner.
Right.
But don't be over, well, what's wrong with you now? What's wrong with you?
Right.
Always give people their space.
Right. See, that was me. I'm a pick a fight because I wanted to hit you. So
Right.
I like give me I'd antagonize you and put the finger right here. Just so
Look, I'm with you, Miss. My mouth is real smart. I'm only gonna hit you if you hit me, and I don't know what may happen.
No, I'm the aggressor. I would hit first.
But my mouth so slick. I've been really good lately because I can make you go want to jump off the bridge. Because I'm gonna talk about your mama, how she ain't raised you right, and that's her fault. Like, oh, I'm gonna take it all the way there. But as I've gotten older, I've learned to, calm down. I say some little slick stuff every now and again, but
Then you hit below the belt.
But you know what?
I be about to.
But let me tell you this, and always remember this. If you are talking to someone that you say you love, why would you want to say something to hurt them to the core? Why would you want to see them hurt? If this is somebody that you love, why would you want to see them hurt? I don't care how mad you get. I love you so much. I don't want to see you hurt. If you did something that bad to me that I got to start like I used to, like I told my ex-husband, your nappy head mammy, when you have to go there, it's time to walk away. And I knew then it was time for me to leave. And that's when I left, because I knew then you going too far. Because if this is somebody you love, you wouldn't want to hurt them.
Yeah. But that's the thing. It don't be love. It be some lustful shit. Some stuff that it feel good at the moment.
Absolutely. But I mean, like in Tate's instant, that's his wife. He wouldn't ever want to say something because guess what? Out of all them ass whoopings I got, you know what I remember? I remember being called ugly, black, skinny, like black was a bad thing.
Right.
Ugly, black, skinny.
Yeah.
You ain't never be nothing. You're gonna be a whore. Those are the things that I remember. Them ass whoopings, I got some scars. But I remember those words. You have to be careful about what you say to people you love. Now, if it's just some random, I'll talk real bad to him. But not to somebody that I say that I love. I'm not going to do that because I don't want to hurt you.
Yeah.
Ladies,
and if you hurt me, you don't love me.
Really quick. because y'all know we can go for a long time.
Forever.
Y'all on time restriction. God dog it. So I want to do this. We was gonna have an Ask MsVette. MsVette, if you don't mind, we won't have an Ask MsVette. But I do want to address the comments that came from this topic that I posted regarding mother's love is a mother's love unconditional, or the love for a mother unconditional. I keep saying is a mother's love unconditional. Shit. It can go both ways, really, because it makes me wonder, is it unconditional when you can just drop your baby off? Now, we had a comment from Deirdre Michelle. Can you read that comment for me? Because I want to reply to
that. Deirdre Michelle says, sometimes mothers are held to a higher standards. When a father doesn't want custody, nobody bats an eye. But a mother saying that she doesn't want custody of her children gets the side eye.
Keep going.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, she did a dissertation.
Oh, yeah.
She said, fathers can date and entertain multiple women, but it's shameful if a woman does it. Everything from not preparing meals to not making school events, every single thing. And she also goes on to say, shortcoming mothers get blamed. So we're going to start from the beginning. Every single thing, shortcoming mothers get blamed. Bad manners, poor performance in school, mothers are judged.
So let me attack this right here, because I respect this young lady so much, man. And I respect single mothers like yourselves. I respect what y'all have to go through.
No, I was never a single mother. Let's be clear. Never.
Okay, great, awesome. Because shit.
We gotta define that single mother.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, whoever.
I know what you mean, though. I know what you mean.
If the daddy rolled out, if your daddy did,
my daddy did.
Whatever did not roll out, then I'm not talking to you. But I'm glad I'm saying I'm not talking to you, because Deirdre Michelle, when you say all of those things that you do or that a mother do, that to me don't even put you in the category of the women that give birth that we're talking about. Because they not, in my opinion, mothers like Deirdre Michelle have to stop taking bullets for these trifling ones out here. See, when we say mothers, all of the stand-up mothers stand in front and take shots while them trifling heifers hide in the back. So we have to define, because I feel the same way when people say men ain't shit. I feel the exact same way. I'm a man. The hell you mean men ain't shit? No, the pieces of shit that are male aren't shit. But men stand up. Just like women and mothers. I have the highest respect for them. The things that you put down there, it's some of these trifling helpers can't even list none of what you put down there regarding doing for your kid. And that's what this topic is about.
Well, I think Deidre, she went on to say, and I'm gonna pop this first coming back up there. She said sometimes mothers are held to a higher standard. When a father doesn't want custody, nobody bats an eye. But a mother saying that she doesn't want custody, her children, she gets the side eye. I think that she's more saying like, okay, if I get pregnant and I decide I don't want the child, why y'all looking at me any kind of way? Why come I don't get the same? Why I can't do the same thing that these dads out here doing? You know what I'm saying? We're going to say mother. I'm going to say mammies or something, because mothers are, more enduring.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So why I can't just drop my kids out? My daughter had made me mad one time, and I had went to drop her off because she had called CPS on me. Right? She gonna be mad because she told me to quit bringing this up. So I had got her a little trash bag, and I had went down. We was in El Paso, Texas, to drop her off at the CPS since you want to go over there with them people because you don't want to follow the rules. So you know what them folks told me? You can't drop your kids off, man. That's abandonment. I said, well, if I'm not disciplining her, she ain't hurt. She ain't got no bruises or none of that. I don't care who called, but if she go and shoot up a school, if she go to being on drugs, if you're gonna blame the mom. you're gonna say, where was the mom? They may say, where was, but most likely they're gonna say, where was her mom at? So I feel it. If I don't want the kids, why can't the mothers drop the kids off at the baby bin at the?
I know MsVette want to explain. I'm gonna say this real quick. Actually, mothers are under control for the most part of how that kid even got here, because they can make the decision to get them flushed without the daddy. So, in my opinion, no, y'all not held. I know a lot of people that got a lot of stuff in the toilet. A lot of stuff in the toilet without the daddies even knowing that they were even pregnant. Or they will, oh man, I almost that. They will mess around, and let's just say if the parents come together and say, you know what, we can't do this because we can't afford it, whatever. Or they say, I don't want one. The woman will take the money that she's supposed to go get flushed, go shopping, had a baby, and the daddy's still responsible for it. So what I'm saying is,
that may be true.
It's a lot of control that the mamas have for how the situation turned out, that the daddy, it ain't nothing I can do.
Strap up.
Yeah, that's true. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. However, when it's all said and done, I can't say anything, or I'm a piece of shit.
If you were strapped up, you wouldn't be having this conversation.
Okay.
Go, MsVette.
So when I conceived my daughter, my ex-husband was strapped up and I was on the pill. I still got pregnant. Little did I know at the time, because I was young and I hadn't been with a bunch of, he was like the third. And so I hadn't been with a lot of men, you know. And hell, I didn't understand at the time what these muscles was doing down there. And these muscles pull that sucker right off in the middle of and I'm being graphic, sorry, but these muscles pull that condom right off.
That's the bodybuilding part. Go ahead.
Huh?
That's the bodybuilding part. Go ahead.
Right. But she still got that comfortable grip. But anyway, pull that sucker right off. The pills weren't working. So I got pregnant. He tried. And to protect himself, you know, because that's what we all say. Put a rubber on, she won't get pregnant.
That's a different situation.
But hold on. So what I'm saying is this is what he told me, because we had only been seeing each other for 3 months, right? He's brand new on the police department, just brought a Porsche. I'm fine as hell. You hear me? Little size 3, body built, just stacked. Ain't nobody want no babies. But guess what? We did what it took to get a baby, right? And even though we both tried to protect ourselves, I was on the pill, he was on, that baby was meant to be here. So he told me, you know, I'm not ready, blah, blah, blah. And we cried in this corner all night on a Friday. And we decided we were going to be done with it come Monday, right?
Mm-hmm.
The weekend came and I called my sister and I was like, I can't do it. I can't do it. This is not what we do. So I can't have an abortion. I can't.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm going to do, and I told her, I said, I'm going to go to him and tell him, I've decided I can't do this. I want my child. So once the baby's born, we can go to court and you can completely sign over your rights and you will never have to see me again, because I'm making the decision because he had given me the money. We went to the store and bought all kind of granny panties and pads, everything, getting prepared for Monday.
Right.
And I said, I can't do it.
Yeah.
And so I make the decision that she's coming, whether you're going to be here or not. But because I know that you've explained to me that you're not ready for children, it would be selfish of me to bring this child in this world and put child support on, and you gonna do it, and you gonna do it. To me, that's bullshit. If you make the choice to have that baby and he's telling you he doesn't want a child, do the proper steps to make sure he's never responsible for that child, because you both did the act. This wasn't one side. He didn't bend you over and rape you. You opened your ass up and you received that meat And this is what happened. So upon receiving me, now you're going to receive a baby or not. And if you decide to have that baby, then you just decided to be a single mother because he said he didn't want it. Have him sign over his rights. Don't say shit bad about it because he was clear and he was honest about not wanting a child. You cannot, these healthers are so irresponsible with they fucking vagina and uterus and think that just because you pushed out a baby, now he has to do it. He told your stupid ass he didn't want a baby. You made the decision to bring that baby here. So guess what? Now your dumb ass gonna have to take care of it by yourself. Or you could go make his life hell for what? You did that just like he did. Women keep thinking that, and not all women, but most women think that because they opened their ass, they gave a gift. Bitch, you probably was funky and it wasn't no good anyway. You just happened to be ovulating that month and your ass got a baby. That does not mean that you make this man's life miserable for the rest of his damn life. Because your funky ass was in there just like he was. And I'm sick of these heifers being irresponsible with their funky twat and then want to put it on this man to be responsible for it. No, you take care of that little funny looking ass baby by yourself because you decided by yourself to have it.
I shut up because sometimes you need to hear it from a woman, ladies.
MsVette could be in trouble.
From a woman.
Could be in trouble.
So no, she ain't gonna be in no damn trouble.
I wish they would come for me. Inbox me.
I can stand up as
call
a man.
me 817-948-0373. Call me.
Okay, Mike.
If I can stand up as a man and say, "Look, dude, you a piece of shit. You need to take care of these babies that you're putting out here," then MsVette got every right to call these women out for what they doing. Kenya, they taking, you say put a rubber on, they taking the rubber and pouring it in themselves.
And
so what do you do in those situations? I think MsVette, look, you chose to have that baby. He told you what he didn't want. So now I think the onus should be on you. I'm not condoning the trifling dudes out here that do that shit. However, if because it's a lot of times, like, people don't want to say this, it's a lot of times the dude clearly tell you what the hell he wants.
Yes.
And you decide that you're gonna tell him he wants something else.
Right.
That's when
see, those are two totally different situations. And we're talking a difference between women and hoes.
Absolutely.
You talk about women and hoes.
Right.
She gonna take her responsibility and take care of the baby and do whatever she said that she was gonna do. But anybody that's looking for a handout, looking to get put, now you gotta go get on Section 8. Now you gotta disclose who the father is so you could, you know what I'm saying, so they could reap the benefits. That's another story, child support. But we're talking about two totally different women.
And let's be clear, I'm not talking about this dude that's out here raw dogging because you're an idiot. I'm talking about a man that you both agreed to have sex. You both tried to use protection and shit happened. But if he is telling you clearly, I'm not ready, what the fuck do women think that once you push that baby out, he's automatically going to be ready in 9 months? No, he said to you, I'm not ready. Now, from my story, he decided that day when I told him that, he told me, he said, no, he said, I love you. And he had paid for 8 abortions before. Damn. This motherfucker is a serial killer. And so he told me, he said, in different countries because he was in the military. So he had, and so he told me, he said, no, he said, I love you. And this is my child. He said, and he booing. He said, I was even thinking about it over the weekend and praying. He said, and I wasn't going to go through with it. And thank God, he then said, I want to marry you because I'm not going to be, have my kids, little bastards or whatever. And, he was there. He was not a good husband. But my kids, he was always there. So that's what I meant earlier, Tate, when I was saying, even though we divorced, he was always there.
Right,
always. Right. He's never been out of my children's life.
That's what I'm saying. But again, that's not a single mother situation. That's a parenting situation.
Right.
So by all means, hey,
Right.
Much respect to that brother, because hey, that's what I'm talking about, MsVette. People need to have some damn morals and standards and stand up and say what you want and don't want. You're an adult. You got every right. Hey, real quick, I want to go through a couple of more of these because I took the time to copy these damn things. Let's
Yes.
go through them and let's hurry.
Yes, yes.
Because I know y'all supposed to be gone. So
Yeah, I gotta get out of here in just a little bit.
Look, MsVette had us popping. We're gonna pop up. Is this Jay?
Jay Boulette.
Boulette.
Uh-huh.
Jay Boulette. I think the majority of the times the moms may not have much, but she's there. Where some guys won't show up physically or financially. So the mom's shortcomings typically aren't as obvious.
I agree.
That's situational. That's situational.
Because she's there, and that what makes it unconditional. It's hard. I'm stressed. I'm barely surviving, but I'm making sure me and my baby stay afloat. Where men will just leave. He also goes on to say, or she, sorry if it's a she. Okay. She also goes on to say, continue to try to build themselves by themselves with no additional people or distraction. And 9 times out of 10, moms don't have that option or choose not to make it.
Let me say this real quick. I'm gonna say this real quick. Jay Boulette, I respect your comment, and I'm gonna tell you just like this. That is the narrative that they give us out here.
Come on.
And a lot of times the mothers like yourself put all mothers in your situation, and it's not the same across the board. By all means, I think ladies, y'all do this a lot. When y'all hear a situation, you automatically plug that situation into yours and make it seem like it's the same. And then you take offense and you defend that with your whole heart. When at the end of the day, you don't fit the description. You don't fit the description. Yeah. So therefore, that narrative, that's a narrative that, I ain't gonna lie, that's a narrative America gives you. That TV, and that might be your situation, but that's the narrative that 9 times out of 10, the mama gonna be there. Well, we got 2 on this show right now. So that's 0%, right? Right? Yeah. For the ladies. That's 0% when it comes to the ladies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the next comment.
Daryl Robinson said, by nature, kids favor their mom.
What y'all think about that?
Not necessarily. I'm gonna say not necessarily, because I know some moms that are mean as hell, but dad is there. He's the fun one. He's the one that lets you get away with shit, So I don't know about that. And we can always say typically, because this is what we've been told. This is what media said. But I don't know about that, because I know some people that are girl dads and mama can kiss their ass, but they love their dad. So that's situational too.
Look, I don't know. If it wasn't a shame, I'd call my kids. Because I think that dad, I think he the fun. He real fun and stuff. I'm more stern.
Disciplinarian. Yeah.
Disciplinarian. He real fun. He want to play and stuff. We here to play. We here to get this done right now. And they play all the time. They come through the house dance and stuff. And I be trying to joke. I'm telling y'all, I deprive my kids. I couldn't watch cartoons with them when we were little. I used to fall asleep. Now my kids are watching Law and Order. I done messed them up. But it's okay. My daughter in her master's programs. I did something right.
Come on now. That's the important part.
Look, I do think that
Law and Order.
Look, they are watching Law and Order and stuff. Special Victims Unit.
Oh my God. Let's move on to the next. Mr. Dillinger. Hey, wait, no. MsVette. Who is that?
Dick. Hi, Dick. Hi, Dick.
Read the comment.
Mr. Dick. Okay. I'm going to read Dick's comment.
Go for it.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Hi, Dick.
Wait, MsVette. You got to say, he said. Now say it.
Okay. Dick said, nope.
Y'all play too much. Okay, start over.
Okay, let me start over. Let me get in character. Seriously. Dick says, nope, they gonna get a pass. I've seen this episode too many times.
Man, and let me tell you something. I don't mean to put my stamp of approval on this, but I have seen this story so many times, and that don't get put out there like that. So
Right.
let's go to the next because I know we moving.
Look, I think this is our last one.
Okay, director research says boomers seem to have traded in the children raising village for traveling. Now millennial parents say they have no one to support them. That is director's research, Natasha. We appreciate that research and what she mean by that. Pop that back up there for me. What she mean by that, because we was talking about it, and she was saying that a large number of current grandparents will not take on their children's children like they did back in the day.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
We
How
just
many people our age is saying, grandmother raised me, my grandmother raised me, my grandmother raised me, just like you were saying, Kenya. And it could be for a multitude of reasons, but my generation, shit, you had them, you better take care of them little
You know,
bastards.
and I think that goes back to how you raise your kids. I already told my kids when I'm babysitting. Like I explained to you when I'm babysitting. Now, if you do something contrary to what I done told you and taught you, and you seen how I had to work and all that, live your life now. My daughter stay on the go. She 20.
That's what I tell them. Travel.
She stay gone. When
Yeah.
they played this sick joke on me, her and my sister when I was in Korea. They called on so yeah, Laraya's pregnant. We supposed to call her Big Rod Moneymaker now. And I was on the phone, and all I kept on saying was, "Who's babysitting?" Like I didn't like. She was like, "You're not supported." I said, "I'm just trying to figure out who babysitting because you stay going to New Orleans and Houston. So who's babysitting when the baby come out? I ain't telling you to go have no abortion. I just want to know babysitting because it wasn't gonna be me. So we'll pop this right on up."
I don't know what happened to the food, but we just a little young. Because when my grandmother was like in her 50s, I was like, she old looking. You know what I mean?
Right.
Back in the day, look old.
Yes.
Now I'm grandmother age. I'm 51. I'm the age my grandmother was when I was a teenager. You know what I'm saying? Right. So why did they look old like that back then? I think it was them damn pig feed, pig ears and stuff they was eating. Made them look old.
My grandma looked young, but she ain't eat pork.
Well, it was the diet, MsVette, but it was all the goddamn stress.
It was stress.
And I'm gonna say this. Think about this, ladies. All the stress grandma had to put up with, because majority of the time, the grandmama had the kids and the grandkids, and granddaddy was whatever.
Making other babies.
And on top of that, they had to go through physical abuse because they were swinging on grandmama and them back in the day, as well as like just life making shit happen. Yeah. Grandmama's made stuff happen. So
not mine,
not yours, but grandmama's made shit happen. So you make me laugh. So therefore, they aged. Like I don't remember my grandmama not being old.
Right.
So
that was weird to me how they look old back then, but now, but my grandmother, also, you know the story.
Hell no, let's be for real, and this will be another topic for another day.
Baby,
makeup is too strong nowadays.
Baby,
hell. See, my grandma didn't wear no makeup. She put that lipstick on her little finger, and she did this.
Right.
And then she did something right here, and then that was it. However, she didn't do a lot of. She looked young, but we didn't know how old my grandma was until I got old enough and I had to go pay her bills for her. And they would say, "What's your birthday?" Because I swear that lady stayed 54 for 10 years. Every time you ask, how old is you? I'm 54. I think she went up to 57.
Right.
But when I got old enough and I had to go pay her bills, then I found out she was born in 1933.
And grandma,
same age as my grandmother. No, she was 1930. My dad was 33.
Man, grandma just took on everything, and
Yeah.
it was always my babies and my kids ain't never wrong. And imagine the level or the amount of shit that grandma had to sweep under the rug. So those grandmamas them was under a lot of stress back in the day.
I need one of them kind of grandmas because these old bitches that I had wasn't nothing but hoes and hard of hearing ass retards. Shit.
Look, I'm glad to say both of my grandmothers was pretty decent. My mom, which is mama, she was pretty decent. She kept some secrets, but one thing she didn't keep, she said, "Somebody touch you, tell me, because I'm going to jail."
I'm saying this. About.
In that time, you didn't really talk about that stuff. She'd be like,
right.
What's going on here? Did people tell? You never know because it was the culture back then. No, nobody said anything. So, but
well, y'all were blessed to have good grandmothers because the one that I can't stand, both of my grandmas, they dead, but that one that I can't stand, she never do grandma shit. She kept my ass whooped all the time. She couldn't cook. All she cooked was popcorn and make some coffee. That's it. The only thing she could cook was some nasty ass chicken and dumplings. And the dumplings, damn, the dough's supposed to stick to the roof of your mouth. That's the only thing her old ass cooked is a fucking popcorn, and she burned that. And then that one on my daddy's side with her black ass, she was a blackest tar with blue eyes. I was born with blue eyes, so they'll change eventually. But anyway, she had buck teeth. I don't know like that, like buck teeth. And so when she died, my sister was mad at me because I went into the funeral and I was like, "How they gonna close her mouth?" And Lord, I went up to the casket just to see how they were gonna put them teeth. Put a teeth back in. I said her lip ain't that big to stretch them over them teeth. Lord, they had to break that baby's teeth.
That's what I was sitting there thinking. I said, I wonder if they had to break her teeth to get the lip down.
They put MsVette.
Wait, so real quick, y'all. Real quick, shout out to wait. I lost one of my grandmas at an early age, and for some reason, I don't know why black people take kids to the funeral that's that age. But that stuck with me for a long time. Right. And then my girl, my grandma, my mother's mother, with her along with my mama, taught me how to fish, taught me how to cook, taught me how to do a lot of stuff. Yeah. And hell, I got grandma pistol in that, by the way. So my grandma was my girl. She the reason why I'm a Cubs fan. We used to watch Cubs games and everything. And so in saying that, my grandma passed away at 92 years old.
Oh wow!
Blessed, man. It was maybe I'm gonna say maybe about 3 years ago. However, my grandma passed on my birthday.
Oh, that's a special thing.
Yeah.
That is a special thing.
Yeah. So
for her to leave here on your birthday, that is a special thing. Not a bad thing at all.
Not at all. Not at all.
At all.
When you make it to 92, that's a blessing, man. A lot of us don't make it to 62.
Well, my grandmother was 68, the one that couldn't cook. The other one was 73. So shit. Right. I ain't looking forward to longevity. Hell, I'm glad to make 51.
So, in saying that, this show has been absolutely fire. I thank both of y'all, man, because again,
thank you, honey.
I know that y'all have things to do, but I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and get out of here. It ain't no long wrap up. It's y'all don't know, God dog it. Woo! Y'all have just listened to. You have just listened to what?
This is the greatest damn. I can't say damn. This is the greatest news segment in history.
TMI News, hosted by Mr. TMI Tate, MsVette, and the authentic here herself, Kenya. Hey, we out of here, y'all. Peace.
Peace.